There's others who will buy it instead. So I 32M decided on getting a new car for the partner. 29F. And I had my old VW Golf and wanted something larger after several close calls on the road. We decided to sell it whilst the second-hand car market is strong and get a new, not factory new to us, 4x4 so we can finally go off-road and have space for our puppy. I found a new car I liked, worked out a finance deal with the sales agent, and had a quote with a breakdown of all the fees and charges. Paid a refundable holding deposit, specified as completely refundable even with my change of mind on their contract, and the holding deposit was non-binding on a purchase decision, and sold my car. Pickup day arrives and I head into the dealer to sign the paperwork and drive away with a new car. So the finance person had all the paperwork, and I noticed that there was almost $5,000 on top of the quoted price. I asked what this was. They explained that there is now lodgement fees, dealership fees, and a new financial year fee so I can maximize my tax return. I flat out told them that this is not happening and that I am only signing at the agreed amount. Finance person informed me that this was the rate and fees set by the head office and it is a final price. They also mentioned that they have a lot of people looking at this brand of car, so selling it to someone else won't be hard as they have had plenty of interest. 2016 X-Trail? Doubt. So I said not a problem. We will take the holding deposit back and go elsewhere. The look on their face was a mix of bubbling fish and deer in a headlight. Several calls from their finance manager occurred that day, whom sounded similar to the finance salesman I was dealing with on the voicemail, requesting that we come back in and sign without any fees. Bet someone got in real trouble for that. Ended up getting a car from another unrelated dealer and could not be happier. 5K? Geez. What country is this, if I may ask? Was car shopping last year, checking out plug-in hybrids and EVs because I have to commute by car. One dealer had a car I was interested in. The model wasn't selling well, as it was an EV with a lower range. So getting it at the discounted price listed had me at least interested. I called and left my info for a callback. Salesman called. Have me a quote. We went back and forth a bit, but he did give me a price decently under MSRP. So I set a time to go in for a test drive. Later that day, I get a call from the dealer. Caller says he's the sales manager and we need to discuss the price. He starts with the condescending tone to tell me, using a vocabulary suited to a 5-year-old, how they just couldn't honor the quoted price, and as he starts to ramble, I started laughing really loudly and finally choke out, "I'm so not doing this. Bye," and hung up. They tried calling a couple more times and I sent them to voicemail. I hope that car sat on their lot until it rusted. Dealerships are the worst. My girlfriend's mom had me look over her car deal a few months ago. The dealership literally added in a $600 fee to inflate the tires with nitrogen. Yes. That's commonplace on a Porsche or something. But she was buying a cheap Toyota minivan. We had a similar experience with a new car. About 12 years ago. Negotiated a price and terms of payment. The dealer then called us afterwards and wanted to squeeze out a couple more years of payments out of the deal. We were prepared to walk away. They still got the sale at the original agreed terms. I tried to buy a Subaru back in 2019. Called around to dealerships BC. My dad was going to help and he wanted me to go to a dealership he'd done business with previously. Found one in my price range. Drove over to look at it. They did the dealership dance, jacking the price up. My dad got there and they kept it up. In the end, I was there over 4 hours to be told that they would not honor their advertised price or finance the jacked up price without a much larger down payment. I wound up buying a Hyundai Sonata, which was great from 2019 until this year when Frakers on TikTok challenged every thief in the USA to steal them. But that's another story. I will never buy from that Subaru dealer. A car dealership once sold my gran, at the time 90F, with dementia and an expired license a car. She couldn't find her way anywhere. Didn't know what any of the buttons did. My family convinced her it was a horrible idea, and she sold it back to the same dealership after 1 week. She made a massive loss. Still complains about not having a car. It's disgusting. She could have caused an accident, died or killed someone, and all they thought of was to turn a profit. Did they really expect a buyer to pay $5,000 of unexpected additional fees so easily? Everyone should file a complaint about the dealer with your state's DMV when they experience such practices. Too many complaints and they would lose their license. I've filed a complaint once against a dealer which advertised discounts to the MSRP on a website, and then told me these discounts are only if you meet certain requirements, as I did all per email. Text messages I had it in writing and could easily file a complaint. Couple weeks later I got a letter from the DMV that the dealer got a warning. When I was a young man I went with my then girlfriend to look at used cars. That day I learned that all of the facts of life did not pertain to sex. We were young, but not stupid. One dealer said that if she didn't buy a car that day it would be shipped to another dealership in Seattle. Have a safe trip? Ah, welcome to the land of overpriced stuff and unfortunate wallets. They did this to my friend when he ordered a brand new Bronco. They were selling out everywhere, and the price went up significantly as a result. His new Bronco finally comes in after an 8-month wait, and they tell him there is a restocking fee, transport fee, etc. that conveniently adds up to the current market price. He walked away and called corporate asking them if this is really how they treat veterans. The new price was $8,000 more than he had agreed on. Corporate came down on the dealership and they actually sold him his Bronco cheaper than the agreed upon price. Turns out they were underselling when customers ordered, then tacking on all the fees at the end. The dealership got shut down and at least one of the owners went to jail. Wow, that's a really frustrating experience with the car dealership. Glad you were able to find a better deal elsewhere. Congrats on your new car. Wow, that sounds like a frustrating experience with the dealership. It's great that you stood your ground and found a car from another dealer. Enjoy your new ride. 2016 X-Trail, or brand new car. Wow, what a frustrating experience with that dealership. I'm glad you stood your ground and found a better option elsewhere. Enjoy your new car. Bravo and well done, sir. Wow, that sounds like a shady dealership. I'm glad you stuck to your guns and found a better car elsewhere. Enjoy your new ride. Not quite the same, but I got a ticket because the dealership put the wrong drive put tag on my car. The official reason was not using my turn signal to change lanes on the interstate in very light traffic. The cop did ask me where I got my tag and said it was not proper.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.